Alright, so today's ride may or may not be exciting. I changed my gear ratio last night. So, hopefully, it's better. I can go quicker. I have one pedal with a pedal strap, so hopefully that's good. I was hoping this wouldn't happen. It kept happening last night, but then it stopped. It didn't. I was gonna check it, but since it stopped, I didn't. Not sure what the problem is. I added to the chain a few links since I put a bigger chain ring. I don't understand the problem. Guess we'll have to figure it out in my driveway. I don't know. Kind of forgot about it since I woke up, since it stopped giving me problems. Hoping it's just a tension thing, but I don't know. I had to add a second master link because I couldn't get the chain on. Having too many problems. I was hoping it wasn't related to that, since it didn't really make sense. But I guess I shall see. Since I did it last night, I had to do it under a light. So let's see. Not really sure. Aha! That did happen. I was wondering about that. I don't know why, but it decided to not. Maybe that might be the reason. Alright, I'm gonna turn this off. Try to fix this. Because it started acting weird and I found out I have a 16 on the back, not a 15. So now it's 16, 46, 16. Alright, I'm gonna see if I get a lock ring or maybe switch cogs. It was acting weird. I took it off fine last night when I did it, but then it wouldn't go back on, so I'm not surprised that it just came loose. Even though it was fine when I rode it the last couple days without a lock ring. I'll be back now. Alright, here we are again. It's like an hour and a half later. I think I fixed the problem. I was wondering last night when I first encountered the chain falling off if it was related to the chain ring. But then after a few minutes of fussing, it stopped fighting me and it worked. So alright, I guess I can ride it. But then I forgot to check it before I left to see. But it seems like that is possibly the problem, because I rode the last 2 to 3 times with this wheel and this chain and there's no problem. But as soon as I changed the cranks, I put that chain ring on, it starts slipping. I added to see if it was a problem with the rear cog and the chain and the chain ring. I added a 18 tooth and it was fine. I mean, it's the same thing, so logic dictates, might as well check the old chain ring. So I just put the only one I could find in the room I was in was the one that came on the bike, which was fine because it's the same teeth as the one that was giving me troubles. So now I have 4618 and 4616 simultaneously, so I can, and the chain is just in the sweet spot where it seems to work with both. I'll have to take a riding with the 18 next time. I gotta find a chain ring too. So this is gonna be weird. Haven't ridden this gear ratio in a while. I must say I do like the firmness. It's not too hard. It's kind of in between. Not much difficulty. Not going too fast, but I'm just checking everything out right now. It should be fine though, since just pedaling with my bike upside down every few revolutions the chain will come off randomly. So since I didn't do it, I wasn't gonna leave with the wheel on the 18 tooth cog, but I decided to flip it over to do a test and to just ride the 16 since I was already riding it. Even though I thought I was riding a 13 or a 15, I figured having the same rear ratio, well, I went up 16 teeth. I think it went up. I'll have to check. So I think I was riding a 33 my last video in the chain ring. So 13 teeth, I think. I can't think right now. I got all flustered because the only way I could get the chain to stay in place, because how I cut it when I did it a few months ago to get this bike working again, I needed it to have 2 master links, and I was hoping, since I had the idea last night, that maybe there was a problem with the chain ring, since, as mentioned, I was using, the only difference was the chain ring and the cranks, but I figured the cranks didn't play much into that, so it doesn't really make sense. Since they're the same style, just from a different bike, I think they're the same size. They might be longer or shorter. I didn't look at either one. But yeah, so hopefully I can get used to riding back in the 40s, since that's pretty standard. Feels a little easier. I can go on a little bit further, a little quicker type thing. Not sure if I need a chain ring for the 18 tooth, because I put a chain ring on the 16 even though it didn't have one. I was riding it before, but I did it to be safe, because the kind of fixed cog that's not flat. It has the little lip on the back. So when you tighten it, it kind of does it sooner. But we'll see. It slipped yesterday, I think it was. Well, when I had it upside down, so that's why I decided to put the chain ring on it just to see, because for whatever reason, even though I took it off the same side when I was messing with it over the weekend, when I put it back on, it was fussing with me. And I didn't even cross the thread. I had it the right way, for once. But luckily, I've done enough one-piece cranks the last couple months with this bike and my Mongoose Grudge and a couple others, and now I'm not intimidated by them. Very easy. I assumed they would be harder than they are, just because I didn't know what to expect. I think I've only taken one or two off before in the past. I forgot I only had one working pedal with a what's it called? Toe strap, which is alright. I forgot one of them broke. The one that was in these cranks broke over the summer because I went to go and I did it too hard. And I stomped it down. I guess it wore out from age, or I didn't have it tightened right, so it broke and I had to walk home. But all my other, I think I only have this, as far as I'm concerned, the only axle for a left pedal that fits into these cranks is the one I'm using, and it's one of those kind of rounded. Hopefully I can get my bike to stop creaking once I look at the undercarriage of the headset. I was wondering if it was the chain ring, but then messing with it when I was last night and before I left just now, definitely not the chain ring. I didn't think it was, but I figured if it wasn't the headset, then I'd do the chain ring, or a little bit of both. And maybe it is a little bit of both, I can't tell. It's just annoying that it keeps coming and going at its leisure. I'm gonna go home because it took me so long to get out, because I kept procrastinating. Then I had to work on the bike before I could actually come out. It is chilly. I'm glad I have this plaid shirt on, but since it's a short sleeve and more of a summer top, feeling kind of chilly. I should probably start wearing socks. I never wear socks. Probably not a good thing. How active I am. It's just since I'm so active, I get so sweaty sometimes. Feel all clustered. I'm not clustered, but I don't know what to call it. A little too bundled up. Oh, that's cool. They got the foods at the high school. That's nice. Possibly helpful. Never know. I need to find my tail. I can't keep forgetting to look for it. I've kind of looked for it, but not completely. Kind of bummed. I don't know if it's the exact same frame model since I couldn't see it, but same color and a GT. Like a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, I hit this dude up on Nextdoor about a free GT he was giving away, and it had only been listed for like 2 to 5 minutes, and he took him until the next day to respond to me. I guess he was waiting to see how many replies he got, because then in the morning, sometime between 7 and 8, he responded saying someone replied before me, which was annoying. I had to wait until the next morning. Mostly annoyed because I've been wanting a GT 80s or 90s mountain bike in that style. But then I got the Diamondback, so it worked out. I just had, I can't remember if it was before or after I got the Diamondback. Might have been after. Doesn't hurt to have more than one geared bike, having all the gears. And I said I was gonna go home, yet I'm going the opposite direction. I live behind me. All right. Cutting it close. I might have to get an adapter. Might have to break down. I think it's a pair of Mongoose flat BMX pedals I saw on Amazon, and it comes with an adapter. So if you're in a situation like I was with these cranks, if it's too big, it has the smaller, like you tighten on the side it'll fit, it's the same side as the axle for the pedal, but then the side you put in the crank is the smaller side. So I might have to do that in a couple weeks time, just so I don't have to keep dealing with this. And they would be new too, because I had one Diamondback and one Mongoose at one point, because of whatever reason. Oh, because the Mongoose broke after a while, and the Diamondback fit from another Diamondback I have that I need to sell. Now I probably look creepy. Wonderful. I forgot about that. Just made a U-turn. Oh well. No worries. There's only 2 people from the high school. Didn't want to seem sketchy, but no worries. It's so late. Like, not really. It's like 5. Sometime between 4:30 and 5:30. Yes. Feels a little bit more normal. I think it'll probably take a couple weeks, but already feels a little better. Pedaling wise. 7-year-old dog. Cute old dog. Thought it was a cat for a moment. Such a slow little dog. Guessing it might be a senior dog or have some arthritic problems, maybe both. I kind of want a senior dog. They seem cool. Usually pretty mellow for the most part, I hear. But then it's nicer if you are gonna get one because they don't always get adopted. Apparently. So most of my Instagram followers are of random people, dogs, and they made a Instagram account for their dog to share with the world. And I found, so even though I use Instagram to promote my YouTube videos now, as well as I had already been doing the old promotions for my listings for all my stores. I found out from one of the ladies I follow that runs a rescue. I believe